Welcome to the Chevrolet Postgame. Here now, Mike Tirico.
1964, the Boston Patriots and the Oakland Raiders played a 43-43 tie. That's the highest scoring tie game in league history. This is the second highest scoring tie game ever. 40-40 it ends here in Arlington tonight. Brandon McManus with the field goal at the end of regulation and overtime in the tie. Both quarterbacks very good on the night. 3 touchdowns and no picks. There are players of the game. First, Melissa with Jordan Love.
Jordan, have you ever been part of a game that ended in a tie?
No, I have not. First time.
So what positives can you take from this?
I think we did a lot of good things on offense. I think, at the end, it turned into a shootout. Both teams were going down scoring, and we were able to keep answering. And it sucks to end a game in a tie, though, end it this way. But still some positives and still some stuff to clean up.
You talked about the end. Tell us about that one throw into the end zone that you had 1 second left on the clock.
Yeah, we tried to run, a no-huddle play on the ball and take a shot right there. And, they covered it really well. So we were left with 1 second, be able to keep the field goal tied up.
The big storyline coming into this game was Micah Parsons' return to Dallas. Was that on everyone's mind? I mean, how much emotion was attached to that?
Yeah, I think we all knew how much this game meant to him coming back here to Dallas. And obviously, we all want to go out there and do our thing, get this win for him, but not only for the team as well. So, I'm sure there's a lot of emotions in it for him.
Jordan, thanks.
Yep, thank you.
All right, Melissa, this was post-game. Dak Prescott and Micah Parsons. Parsons credited for that one sack, the lone solo tackle he made, and it really saved a touchdown running for Prescott. Here is Dak now standing by with Melissa.
A lot of emotions in this one, Dak. You came over with a smile. What were your emotions?
Trying to wrap my head around a tie. 1 second left on the clock. Felt funny. It was a great game, great competition. That's why you got to love Sundays. Great job by them. Great job by us competing. Wish we would have came out with the win.
Yeah, what positives can you take from this about the team?
Yeah, so many. Just being resilient. Obviously getting another high-scoring shootout. Offense just stayed focused. We're able to have each other's back. I mean, obviously defense didn't let them score there and, kept it to a tie, but a lot to build from.
And finally, I mean, we can't ignore it. The big storyline was Micah coming back. What was it like seeing him on the other side?
It was fun. As I told you, it was a great competition, friendly competition. No words were even spoken. I don't think he got me. I don't think he sacked me. Got me one from behind right there in overtime as I got past the line.
They said that was a sack.
No way.
They recorded that a sack.
That's all right. That's all right. There he is right there. That's all right. Here, he can have it. He can have it.
Thanks, Dak.
Thank you. Thank you.
Kind of fits the story of the night. If you're wondering, for statistical purposes, if the quarterback's scrambling and there's no gain, it is credited as a sack. So that is not like it's a judgment call. It was ruled no gain, so that was why it was a sack. It was a strange night in so many ways. The defensive 2 points, the flips, the offense, but the last play was almost a disaster for the Pack.
I'm telling you, these two quarterbacks were so good tonight. They were so good. They were almost like when you saw them make a mistake of some kind, it was almost stunning. But here we are with 22 seconds, and the clock is just running. And so now the decision, if you spike it, then it's 4th down, then you got to try and kick the field goal. So they're going to try to get one more play off. But look, they're not even on the line of scrimmage. They're not lined up at all. And it very easily could have been a 10-second runoff there. If they had called the penalty when they're moving around, right, that clock then would have been the 10-second runoff and into the game. They got very lucky. A, they pulled that off in 5 seconds, and B, they didn't get a penalty out of it.
And where the throw was, if that throw is to the corner of the end zone, or if it's more of an arched throw,
no doubt,
the clock stops when the ball hits something. In that case, Sanborn, the linebacker, it would have stopped at 0. They wouldn't have gotten that last snap off.
And it would not have been the right way for this game to end. I mean, this was a really, really well-played game by these two quarterbacks. And somehow it ends up in a tie. Somehow Micah Parsons ends up with a sack. It was the complete thing. I just wish we could get Jerry Jones over here. I just like to put my arm around. How you feeling now, big guy? What do you think?
Well, the big thing with the players now is who's going to get my jersey, the jersey exchange. Everybody asks. So the Micah Parsons jersey worn in this game goes to Stephon Diggs. They're very close friends. When Micah said the trade happened, Stephon Diggs was one who Trayvon, beg your pardon, who he reached out to just say it's okay. It's been like a big brother to him during his time in Dallas. And that is the jersey exchange. Time now for your Peacock Picks of the Week. Watch every episode of The Paper from the documentary crew that brought you The Office. Then catch up on Love Island games to watch the Islanders compete in that special Sunday Night Football Love Island themed challenge. And of course, check out Sunday Night Football Final. It is starting right now on Peacock. And for those of you staying with us, we're going to look ahead to next Sunday night in Orchard Park, but also the Chiefs and their return to strong performances after this.
Welcome back to the Chevrolet Postgame.
The headlines from Week 4 of the NFL season. It started this morning in Dublin, first game in Ireland, and Aaron Rodgers had the longest touchdown pass of the season in the NFL to that point to DK Metcalf, part of that three-point win. Jackson Dart takes over, starts, helps the Giants hand the Chargers their first loss of the season, but Malik Neighbors, the left knee injury, does not look good for that promising Giants receiver. A bunch of unbeatens were beaten. We're now down to 2. 4 unbeatens were knocked off for the first time, but Philadelphia and Buffalo still going. And Chris, let's look at the Chiefs-Ravens game. Kansas City beating Baltimore 37-20. Patrick Mahomes setting more history, but Lamar Jackson knocked out in the third quarter of that game as Baltimore falls to 1-3. And getting Xavier Worthy back so big for Kansas City.
No question. He is that one player that I felt could work the middle of the field and yet still make plays just like that down the field. So the Chiefs looked a lot like the Chiefs out there today. But this is the big news because Lamar Jackson, not that he can't handle just dropping back and throwing the ball. He certainly can. We've seen him do that. But his superpower, clearly, that ability to take off and run, and now that hamstring, we'll have to see.
14-20, 147 yards, a touchdown. He will be assessed with that hamstring injury, so we'll watch that as they have a couple of games now before their bye week. But certainly Kansas City getting back to their winning ways, 2-2, get through that first month of the season. You always talk about this NFL. This is like settle-in point now. You kind of know what you have.
Yeah, and you know, you and I are partners or friends. We hang out all football season. We do everything together, right?
Yeah.
And until the Olympics come around, and then there is another.
Tarico, it's your boy Big Snoop Dogg. Dynamic duo, remember me? I'll be waiting on you in Milan Cortina so we can get this Winter Olympics popping. You know how we do. In the meantime, in between time, hold it down till I get with you.
I hear you. All right, so Snoop is coming back to Italy with us, Milan Cortina. How come you don't roll as cool as Snoop rolls?
I wish I had 1/1,000,000th like that. I would take that.
We're so happy to have Snoop back with us at NBC. Announced tonight he'll be part of our coverage of Milan Cortina. Again, we look forward to that coming up, and it'll start Super Bowl weekend. Next weekend, we are in Orchard Park for the Bills, one of the 2 undefeateds in the league, taking on the New England Patriots, who look great. We'll have Chris's thoughts on that one when we come back.
Welcome back to the Chevrolet Postgame.
Welcome back, everybody. John Fanta checking in from our NBC Sports Studios. And next week on Sunday Night Football, it's an AFC East showdown between the Patriots and the Bills. Both in action earlier today and both on the right side. We begin in Foxborough, New England, wearing T-Strong shirts during pregame in support of defensive coordinator Terrell Williams, who was diagnosed with prostate cancer, announced earlier this week. And the Patriots honored him with a big performance. Drake May taking it in himself for a 5-yard touchdown. The Super Cam, his favorite player, Cam Newton, he had the celebration ready. Then he rolls left deeper into this one, hitting Hunter Henry. Drake May and the Patriots, a 42-point performance. They roll to 2-2, and they are off to Buffalo next week. A lot of people penciled in Buffalo as a winner. Even before this game, New Orleans hung around for a little while, but then Josh Allen, he ties Cam Newton for the most games with a passing touchdown and a rushing touchdown in NFL history with 45. Bills find some cushion. On his 25th birthday, Spencer Rattler trying to rally the Saints. They think they've got the lead. Brandon Cooks, it looks complete. Oh, no. It is incomplete after replay. A field goal makes it a 2-point game, and Rattler's birthday party, well, it ended right here. Allen to Dalton Kincaid, a 28-yard score. Buffalo 4-0 for the first time since 2020. The Bills, one of just 2 unbeatens left with the Eagles in the NFL. They'll meet New England next week. Mike and Chris.
Thank you, John. That shows you what they did today. There are the numbers. Drake May and the Patriots offense really got in a groove. Looking forward to seeing Mike Vrabel and that team as he is trying to get the Patriots rebuilt. Buffalo, of course, undefeated. Second time we'll see them on Sunday night. Looking forward to the visit in the AFC East.
I mean, that did not look great for New England until Marcus Jones, the punt returner, took over the game. I mean, he really completely flipped that game early on. And Josh Allen continues to make runs when it just destroys the defense. Yes. Right when they think they have him and they got him boxed in, and there he goes.
He had the big run right before that touchdown pass to Kincaid. So that'll be next Sunday night in Orchard Park. The Bills and the Patriots. And tomorrow morning on Today, or this morning on the East Coast, go inside the game with the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Pre-game rituals to the sidelines. First-hand look at what it is like to be part of their iconic squad. That is tomorrow morning on Today, right here on NBC. First time in NFL history, a game ends 40-40. It's our second scoregami of the season, our final score here in Arlington tonight. Glad you stayed with us, everyone. Coming up next, except on the West Coast, it is your local news. Thanks to Rob Hyland, our terrific producer, Drew Esikoff, our Hall of Fame director, and our awesome Sunday night team. We shuffle off to Buffalo with Chris Collinsworth, Melissa Stark, Terry McCauley, Mike Tirico. Good night from Arlington. No one's a winner tonight. 40-40, the Packers and the Cowboys.
NBC Sports, celebrating its 20th season of Sunday Night Football. Thank you for watching this presentation of the National Football League.